Okay, okay. Check one, two, three, four. I know I'm loud, so I'm going to turn mine down. How about you?
Check, 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 check.
Okay.
I think that should be good.
Uh,
That's
those are
your
the
monitor there.
ads.
Yep.
We
Ads
don't
are
have crowd mic or anything like that, so we're good there.
ads are here, I think.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. So we should be good.
commitment to their team. So play hard, play together, and have a great season.
We'll be cheering you on.
Dean's Jewelry, family-owned, community-driven, and proud to support our hometown team.
MVNU online students are everywhere. Working parents, full-time employees, people chasing goals without giving up what matters most.
Online learning is the only way I could do this.
It lets me work full-time and still be a mom.
My professors actually care. One even called me to walk me through an assignment.
At Mount Vernon Nazarene University, flexible online programs fit your schedule and your purpose. Your goals, your faith, your future. Start today at mvnu.edu/online.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital. For more information, visit kch.org.
Knox County Veterans Services has been dedicated to serving our veterans for over 40 years. I'm Executive Director Kevin Henthorn.
And I'm Alan Huffman, your office coordinator.
Our mission is to assist veterans and their families in filing for service-connected disability, wartime pension programs, and VA healthcare enrollment.
We provide free transportation to VA healthcare appointments, as well as emergency financial assistance and numerous other benefits. Stop in and see us at 105 East Chestnut Street, or give us a call at 740-393-6742.
And never forget, you are not alone.
Hi, it's Whitney from Danville Outdoors, the destination for folks across the region who live for the woods and the water. Our store in Danville has the best selection around, so stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, come in and see us at Danville Outdoors. You're going to love our brand new building, South Market Street in Danville, danvilleoutdoors.com.
And good evening, everybody. I'm Ron Strong along with Ross Carter, and we are at Utica High School getting ready for another Friday Night Lights brought to you by our friends at Mount Vernon Nazarene University here on YouTube. Ross, tonight's theme, are you ready for it?
Ready.
Blinded by the light.
No doubt. It is a bright, hot evening here in Utica. We are staring directly into the sun from the press box. The marching band is on the field. The crowd is filling up the stands. I think everybody's excited for a good game this evening.
Well, tonight the Utica Redskins taking on the Danville Blue Devils. What we were talking right before we logged in here, what a rough start for Utica right out of the gate, man. Two big powerhouse teams in the past, and they're going to be good again this year. And we're talking about Centerburg and Danville.
Yeah, Centerburg last week really brought it to Utica. They were I don't think they were ready for that buzzsaw to hit. Centerburg's looking really good this year. Utica has to bounce back this week against a really tough Danville team. Now, granted, Utica is going to be a Division 5 school. Danville's going to be a Division 7 school, but that doesn't always matter. especially when it comes to the experience Danville had last year with that deep playoff run. They didn't have the best record going into the playoffs, but boy, they hit the gas pedal at the end of the season there.
Well, we'll see what happens tonight. We got a beautiful weather. I mean, once again, sunshine. The sun is out. Now we're playing on real grass, so it might be a little different for those people that are used to that artificial turf. Here you get the grass. We'll see if some footing is an issue sometimes, but it's been dry here the past few days, so the field looks in really good condition. It'll be a guessing game as far as what yards they're on because, boy, with that sun, it's a big glare, so it's really kind of hard to see the lines. But, hey, we'll do it. We'll give it to you, and you'll see it as well here on tonight's broadcast. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going to come back with more, talk about tonight's matchup right after this. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
End your job search today. Ariel Corporation, with locations in Mount Vernon, Newark, and Akron, is hiring machinists and multi-craft maintenance technicians for our production teams. We are also looking for mechanics to join our assembly team. If you're seeking a change, come experience our 3- and 4-day full-time work weeks, excellent benefits, training opportunities, and profit-sharing bonuses. Apply now at arielcorp.com. That's ARIELCORP.com.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Staying ahead means never stopping learning. At Mount Vernon Nazarene University, our online programs are built specifically for working professionals like you. Courses developed with industry experts, grounded in purpose-driven education, designed to fit your real life. Ready to start or finish your degree? Take control of your future at mvnu.edu/online. MVNU, where meaning meets momentum.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
And welcome back to Utica High School here for tonight's matchup between the Utica Redskins and the Danville Blue Devils. And what we were talking about, the matchup that Utica has had right out of the gate, week number 2 up against Danville. Danville comes in, they're pretty strong. They looked pretty good last week against Dalton. Big winners by a score of, let me get it here, 48-12. So a big night for Danville. Now Utica losing to Centerburg by a score of 35-14. One of the takes of last week's Utica game, looking at last week's broadcast as well, got some feedback from Kyle, got off to a really good start, kind of ran out of gas in that third and fourth quarter.
First half, pretty competitive game. It was 14-14 at halftime. Utica had a nice big 60-yard pass play, drove the ball down the field. They had a long 38-yard run. So they had some big chunk plays in that first half. But like you said, at the halftime, must have been a real good talking to in the Centerburg locker room. And Utica just kind of fizzled out in the second half there last week's game and ended up dropping it 35-14.
Now, if you look at Danville, of course, Parker Proper, quarterback for them. He was 9 of 13 for 112 yards throwing the ball. So pretty good night in the air. So he's got some really key receivers, Aiden Mickley, Wallace Burke, as well as Horn. So they kind of mix it around a little bit as far as the wide receivers go. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for that defense to figure out, okay, where are they going to go?
Yeah, Mickley had a touchdown catch. He had couple receptions, 62 yards. He also had some rushes for about 32 yards. So he's kind of that all-around player that they went to. Proper threw 2 touchdowns without any interceptions. And that running back, man, he was on fire last week. 4 touchdowns for, I believe it's pronounced Cyrene, Wallace.
Yeah, he had a really good game and 130 yards out of the gate, so a great game for him. So tonight's going to be interesting. You know, Danville they just hopped down 62-13. They're here real quickly, so kind of a real close rivalry. It's always been that way. The Redskins are getting ready to come out onto the field as well, and we're going to get set for tonight's ball game here at Utica. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. More about tonight's game with Danville and Utica. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Alumni Roofing is a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Located in Lexington, Ohio, providing service to much of north central Ohio, including the greater metropolitan areas of Columbus, Cleveland, and Akron. Preventive maintenance program, roof health assessment, storm damage assessment, roof replacement, roof restoration, and more. Call 419-884-9715 and mention this ad to receive a free thermal scan and a full roof health assessment.
Go, Fridays, go!
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. We are the cozy way to save. We invite you to stop by our showroom on State Route 95 in Fredericktown to see live burning wood, pellet, and gas displays. We can help you find the perfect alternative heating source to meet your needs. Buckeye Stoves, we will bring that heat. Good luck to all the local teams. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
And welcome back to Utica High School as the Redskins get ready to take on the Blue Devils, Danville. And teams are both out on the field. Danville actually not on the field, getting ready to come out onto the field. And Utica is sitting there at the north end zone, ready to break through the Utica Redskins banner. That's always exciting when you're on the football team ready to do that. And the crowd is slowly continuing to filter in.
And there they are entering the field. Cheerleaders made the tunnel. The marching band is ready to go. Danville, I still don't see them coming out of their locker room yet. We got just a couple minutes here before the game starts. The crowd is pretty excited for this evening. Lots of cowbells you'll hear through our mics all night long, I have a distinct feeling. But what a beautiful evening for football. Couldn't ask for better weather other than the sun blinding us through the windows here at the press box.
Well, we're getting set here. Of course, what do you if you're Utica, Ross, I mean, what are you going to try to improve from last week into this week?
Well, you got to try and keep that momentum going. If you play well in the first half, you can't come out flat in the second half. And just a matter of executing. You got some seniors coming back. You got Aaron Hayes coming in at 6'2", 210 pounds, the quarterback. You got a wide receiver coming in. He's 6'5", 165 pounds. Weston Simon. So we got some senior leadership. That's where those guys have to step up and bring the team together and just keep pushing.
And if you're Danville, I mean, you're just going to keep the train rolling. I mean, you had a really good week last Friday against Dalton. You had good passing. You had good rushing. You just want to, try to continue that into week number 2, which I'm sure that's what they're going to do. So they're getting set to do the national anthem. I'm sure the coin flip as well. So in the meantime, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with more high school football here on Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
At K&S Towing and Repair, we're your hometown stop for quality fuel, fast, friendly towing service, and dependable auto repair with a combined 69 years experience. Whether you're filling up your tank or your belly with our great breakfast and lunch options, fixing up your ride, or getting a tow, count on the people who live and work right here in our community at the Fredericktown Marathon and K&S Towing and Repair. Stop in today at 1739 Zolman Road or call 740-694-5021.
Everyone deserves to feel safe, respected, and supported. If you or someone you care about is experiencing domestic violence, sexual assault, or human trafficking, New Directions is here. Our free and confidential services include emergency shelter, advocacy, safety planning, and connections to resources, all centered around your needs. Call or text New Directions 24/7 crisis hotline at 740-397-4357. Help is available. New Directions provides resources for safety, healing, and freedom here in Knox County.
Friday Night Lights, packed stands, and our hometown team taking the field. It doesn't get much better than that.
Except maybe a shopping spree at Dean's Jewelry.
Well, okay, you got me there, Mom.
Sorry, Cole. Couldn't resist. Please continue.
At Dean's Jewelry, we're proud to support our local high school athletes. Their hard work, dedication, and commitment to their team. So play hard, play together, and have a great season.
We'll be cheering you on.
Dean's Jewelry, family-owned, community-driven, and proud to support our hometown team.
MVNU online students are everywhere. Working parents, full-time employees, people chasing goals without giving up what matters most.
Online learning is the only way I could do this.
It lets me work full-time and still be a mom.
My professors actually care. One even called me to walk me through an assignment.
At Mount Vernon Nazarene University, flexible online programs fit your schedule and your purpose. Your goals, your faith, your future. Start today at mvnu.edu/online.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital. For more information, visit kch.org.
Knox.
And welcome back to Utica High School, where the Redskins getting ready to kick off against the Danville Blue Devils, week number 2 of high school football. I'm Ron Strong, along with Ross Carter. The only obstruction that we have right now is the sunshine for us, being able to see the lines. But it's a beautiful night for high school football as Danville comes out onto the field. They're going to be receiving from the north end zone. So the Redskins obviously won the toss, deferred to the second half. So they'll get it set and lined up and get ready to kick this ball off for tonight's contest.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like Utica is getting ready to make their way out onto the field. The scoreboard is just resetting to the beginning of the first quarter, so we're ready for some Friday Night Lights football here in Utica. And the flag there, the national anthem, flag lowered to half-staff this week for Dolly Parton in honor of all the work that she did for charity and things throughout our country's history. And, man, what a week for broadcasting, too. Lost Peter Cullen, voiceover for Optimus Prime this week.
Yep.
It's been a tough week for sure, but we're here for some football tonight.
Well, the game ball getting brought into the tee, sitting back in the deep back there for Danville is going to be number 12, Cyron Wallace. Up close, number 5, Briggs Wallace, and over on the far side, Bryson Burke. They're the 3 deep back for the Blue Devils, waiting to receive the kickoff to tonight's contest. Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University. The whistle's blown. We're getting set for tonight's kickoff.
It looks like going to be a grounder here.
Bryson Burke picks it up. Gets it up to the 35-yard line. That's where Danville will start their first offensive possession. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Short return on the start of the game there. Last week they had a couple pretty good returns from the stats that I was looking up. And we'll see if they can make any improvements as the night progresses.
This is kind of a setup you're going to see most of the night with Danville's offense. 2 wide on both sides. And back in the shotgun will be Proper. And standing to his right, it's going to be number 12, Cyrene Wallace. So they take the snap. He sometimes will hand off to Wallace. Roll, looks for a deep man on a pass. First play of the game here for the Blue Devils.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him go right to Mickley on this first play.
And there you go. Right smack up the middle. That is Wallace. And he's going to put 8 yards on the books already. Be second down for Blue Devils.
Last week, I think Danville had a pretty good balance on their offense and defense, on their run and their pass, I'm sorry. And I think they're going to try to do the same thing this week. It's going to keep Utica on their heels trying to guess what the next play is.
They break the huddle when they come up to the line of scrimmage, like I mentioned earlier. It's a very similar setup to the far side, 2 here to the near side. Wallace to the left now of Proper. He's about 4 yards back. Wallace goes now, shifts to the other side. In motion is Briggs Wallace, and the snap goes back. Proper rolling to the right. He connects right at almost the first down marker. Briggs Wallace was smacked real hard right at that time. I'm not sure if he got it or not, but they're going to move the chains.
Yeah, I think the forward progress got him. Boy, it was a pop on that play. He jumped right back up. He's ready to go for the next play.
So they move the chains. 1st and 10 now for the Blue Devils.
Looks to be about the 45-yard line.
Proper up under center with an I formation in the backfield now. There's the snap. There's the handoff. And he was hit hard. Looks like Wesley Hood with the carry. I'm sorry, number 10, Nolan Ridgway with the carry.
Loss of about 3 on the play is going to bring up 2nd and 13.
This kind of reminds me of the old song, "Sunglasses at Night."
No
We'll get all the themes going here as the Blue Devils are coming up. You can see what they're doing offensively. They got 3 over on that far side. Proper is set up. Now we've got a whistle. Looks like a trying to check the clock or something. I know he's put his wrist down.
An equipment issue for one of the Utica players. 67 came off, 62 runs on.
All right, we'll get it rock and rolling now. Proper is about 4 yards back, and that's Wallace directly behind him. Takes the snap over to the right side. It is caught, and he's on the run. Number 5, that is Briggs Wallace, and let me tell you, when he catches the ball, he's got wheels, and he's going to get some yardage, in which case he did.
Pickup of about 17 on that. They needed 12 or 13 to get the first, so we're moving the chains. Resetting, 1st down and 10 for the Danville Blue Devils.
So offensively for Danville, 2 first downs so far. Don't seem to have too big of a issue right now running the ball and kind of opening themselves up when they need to.
Yeah, they're spreading it out pretty good between the run and the pass.
Proper standing right around the 46. Makes the pass to number 5. That is Briggs Wallace, and he makes the catch, and he's going to get another 1st down.
Another 1st down for the Blue Devils, moving right down the field. Not hesitation in their play calling, running them right in, getting set, getting the ball moved after the snap, and passing the ball to the outside seems to be working for them.
So Proper at the quarterback slot for Danville. And going to the far side, that's Bryson Burke. That is Briggs Wallace. Wallace is going to come into motion now. Stops, heads back. Proper hands it off to Wallace, and he's going to get hit right at the line of scrimmage and get pushed back about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, that play didn't seem to work too well for the Blue Devils there. Kind of blew it up right on the line.
Tickets for the Redskin raffle are available by the Hoop concession stand. Ask them about the different levels of cash prizes.
So now it looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and about 12 yards to go for the Blue Devils. Got the play called in, breaking the huddle.
As the weeks go on, this is kind of the important plays of the game when you're Danville, working on getting into the red zone and punching it in for the touchdown. They come back up to the line of scrimmage, Proper at quarterback. 2nd down and 12, takes the snap. Then he tosses the ball to their big tight end, number 85. That is Justin Tharp with the reception. So nice little pop-up pass there. And it's going to get him close to a 1st down, but instead of 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, right over the middle. Kind of had the defensive backs bite in a little bit on that when linebackers moved up, and then they threw it right over their head. Came real close to gaining that 1st down. My guess is here they're going to drive it right up the middle, try to pick up that last yard or 2.
So with the 3rd down play, here comes Danville. Proper makes the motion for the motion guy. Takes the snap and the handoff right up the middle. That is Aiden Mickley. He's going to run it in for a touchdown.
Yep. That was one of those, I think Utica knew what was coming. They just couldn't stop it. That play right up the middle, moved the linebackers, and ready to go.
Kind of see how this thing opened up for him. Right up the middle he goes. Nobody touches him. And what a great play for Danville, getting on the board with 7:49 to go here in the 1st quarter.
It's kind of an odd formation here for Danville on the extra point attempt. Now the line shifts over. They come into a more natural position. Holder gets set.
Flawless snap back. He takes the step in. The kick is up. The kick is good. Number 11, Aiden Mickley with the point after. So with 7:49 to go here in the first quarter of play, Danville strikes first, 7-0 over Utica. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
County Veteran Services has been dedicated to serving our veterans for over 40 years. I'm Executive Director Kevin Henthorn.
And I'm Alan Huffman, your office coordinator.
Our mission is to assist veterans and their families in filing for service-connected disability, wartime pension programs, and VA healthcare enrollment.
We provide free transportation to VA healthcare appointments, as well as emergency financial assistance and numerous other benefits. Stop in and see us at 105 East Chestnut Street, or give us a call at 740-393-6742.
And never forget, you are not alone.
Hi, it's Whitney from Danville Outdoors, the destination for folks across the region who live for the woods and the water. Our store in Danville has the best selection around, so stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, come in and see us at Danville Outdoors. You're going to love our brand new building, South Market Street in Danville, danvilleoutdoors.com.
And welcome back with a squib kick, and Utica scrambling to try to find the handle, and they finally do at the 35-yard line, and now we have penalty markers on the field. I didn't quite see what happened, maybe late hit, something, maybe
little
holding.
extracurricular activity here along the sidelines. Not sure which team it was on, but looks like a helmet got knocked off and some little bit of pushing going on. We'll get it sorted out here as the ref comes up.
It's one of the things now when you're Utica, it's your first offensive series. How do you respond to Danville really kind of just taking it down, putting 7 points on the board? This will be the key factor on how this game's going to play out.
Yeah, this will be their first opportunity, and unfortunately with that penalty, they're moving it back 15 yards. So it's going to be somewhere close to the 20-yard line from what I can tell to start their drive.
So there we have it. Aaron Hayes, the quarterback slot. He's in the shotgun. Got 3 out far to the near side and 2 here to the near side in motion. Jackson Hampson fire, and then the snap goes straight back and straight up the middle and hit at the line of scrimmage by just about every defensive lineman that Danville has to offer.
Yep, we got a flag on the play as well, and it looks like this is going to be against Utica. So moving the wrong direction to start off this drive.
They went backwards before they had the ball, and looks like they're going to go backwards after the first play.
It's declined by Danville.
So they'll flip it over. 10. That's Hayes. Shotgun. Standing right beside him. To the left, looks like, can't catch his number to be honest with you, but the snap goes back to Hayes, looking downfield. Now he flips it back. He's coming towards us. He's going to try to get around a defender, but just can't get around number 7, Bryson Burke. He's got some wheels. He cut him down.
I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a pass play, but there was good coverage all the way down the field. So the quarterback decided he's going to reverse direction, try to make something out of nothing, but Danville was ready for it. They closed the gap, sealed the edge, and I think he maybe picked up a yard or 2.
They got it marked for a 3rd down and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line. Weston Simon near to us here on the near side, along with Dalton Rodenizer. Aaron Hayes waiting for the snap to come back. There it is. Oh, looked like they had a blitz going. Then he dips it off. And, boy, they were hit light at the line of scrimmage. Got to check that out once again. That was an incredible defensive play. Got to see number 7 in there, getting in there real fast. That was Bryson Burke, and it kind of disrupted the entire offensive flow, making it now 4th down and long. So Utica is going to be forced to punt the ball away. And boy, Danville's going to end up with great field position. Back is Cyrene Wallace. He's standing close to midfield right around the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that play just was blown up at the quarterback position and at the receiver. I don't think either one had much of a chance there. Danville read it perfectly.
Weston Simon doing the kicking, or excuse me, Aaron Hayes. A high kick for sure. Wallace takes it the 48-yard line, and that's where we're going to set up for another offensive drive, 1st and 10.
So it's kind of one of those weird punting positions / quarterback. It lets them have a little bit of option if they ever want to try the fake. Kind of that Australian rules kicking. Makes it a little bit harder to defend against because you've got a defender pulled back, waiting the receiving of the ball. And if the quarterback decides to take off, if there's a blown coverage or a gap, he has that opportunity. But that one definitely was not the best kick.
Well, back up to the line of scrimmage offensively now will be Danville, 1st and 10. They did spot the ball at the 50-yard line. Proper at quarterback. Wallace to his right side. And now we've got a timeout by the Utica Redskins. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
End your job search today. Aerial Corporation, with locations in Mount Vernon, Newark, and Akron, is hiring machinists and multi-craft maintenance technicians for our production teams. We are also looking for mechanics to join our assembly team. If you're seeking a change, come experience our 3- and 4-day full-time work weeks, excellent benefits, training opportunities, and profit-sharing bonuses. Apply now at aerialcorp.com. That's ARIELCORP.com.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
And welcome back as that play got totally disrupted by the Utica Redskins defense. And Danville got pushed back. Oh, gosh, they lost almost 10 yards out of the play.
Yeah, that was kind of one of those desperation. The quarterback was in trouble. He just tried to flip it, and the defender caught just enough of that running back's foot to knock him down for a loss of about 10 or 11 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 21.
Proper up under center. 2nd down, 21 yards to go. He's going to roll to the right. He's going to look downfield. Got his guy right on the right sidelines. Number 7, that's Bryson Burke with the reception. So they got across from the original line of scrimmage. So it looks like it might be 2nd down or 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, he picked up quite a few yards on that. Looks like they gave him a little bit more forward progress, a 3rd and 6 maybe. It's really hard to tell with that sun right in our eyes. Danville getting the call brought in, breaking the huddle.
We got Wallace, or Proper, I think, is by himself. They got it, boy, strong to the right side. Got everybody over there. Running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. The snap goes back. That's number 10. Nice with the run. Of course, that's Nolan Ridgway back there by himself, taking the snap and getting around the outside, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. So that brings up a 4th down for the Blue Devils.
It was a pretty athletic play. The snap was a little bit high. He had to jump for it. Still made a little forward progress, gained a couple yards. Going to bring up 4th and 3. So let's see what Danville does. I'm assuming they're probably going to go for it here with the lead. And already across midfield, so.
We're approaching the 3-minute mark of the 1st quarter. Danville's offense has been on fire so far tonight. With a 4th down, Proper at the quarterback, waiting for the snap to come back to him. He fakes the handoff, and he dishes over the middle. Briggs Wallace with the reception. He's going to take her all the way. Touchdown, Danville.
Well, that was a nice play. Little drop over pass, caught him in stride, and boy, he turned on the afterburners. The defender was right there with him when he caught the ball, but he pulled away 5 yards gap between him before he crossed that end zone.
He did a nice fake on the inside, and then he just kind of stood up and running a post pattern across the middle and connected to him, and he just marched it right into the end zone for Danville's second score of the night. They're going to set up for the extra point once again.
3:14 to go left in this first quarter. Danville's second score of the game already.
Waiting on the snap. It's down, it's up, and it looks like it is good. So at the 3:14 mark of the first quarter, Danville 14, Utica 0. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Staying ahead means never stopping learning. At Mount Vernon Nazarene University, our online programs are built specifically for working professionals like you. Courses developed with industry experts, grounded in purpose-driven education, designed to fit your real life. Ready to start or finish your degree? Take control of your future at mvnu.edu/online. MVNU, where meaning meets momentum.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our fine folks at Alumni Roofing, Aerial Corporation, Griffin Insurance, LPT Realty Agent Mike Pillow, People's Bank of Gambier, Velvet Ice Cream, Danville Outdoors, Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumber, Knox County Veterans Services, Buckeye Stoves and Buckeye Roofing, K&S Towing and Repair, Knox Community Hospital, and Dean's Jewelry. There's the kick. Much better than the first one. Mishandled, picked up. Utica's got it. Making the run up to about the 30-yard line. Might have got to the 31, where Utica will set up for a first down and 10.
Yeah, definitely a little better start than the last time. It looks like there's no penalties on this return. Giving them a little bit of positive yardage, the best field position of the night to start this drive.
Utica trying to get some spark offensively. So far, they've kind of had some mishandles, some miscommunications, but a very aggressive Danville defense to kind of mess it all up for them.
Yeah, I think that's been the key. Danville's been just ball hawks on defense.
Aaron Hayes takes the snap, hands the ball off, and let me tell you, nowhere to go at the line of scrimmage. Bryson Taylor trying to find an opening, but there was nothing.
Yeah, they're just swarming to that ball. Good job by the linebackers there so far all night, reading the play. That's a key when you're talking high school football. If you've got strong linebackers, boy, it's going to make a difference in the game. That offense is going to get shut down. It's going to give your offense a chance to get the ball back and be ready to score again.
So they gave him one on the play, second down and 9. To the line of scrimmage they come up. Aaron Hayes at quarterback takes the snap, pitches it back over to Taylor. Taylor trying to make his way around the end, and man, just nowhere to go. That defense is just smothering him.
They're doing a good job on the inside defense, but we stretch the play to the outside here. Utica tries to bring the ball around, and boy, they just seal the edge too. There's not much room at all for these Utica Redskins to move that ball. They may have to try a shot down the field just to break up that defense a little bit.
Brings up a third down and 11 for the Redskins. They got 3 wide out over to the far side. Simon by himself here to the near side with Taylor in the backfield. Aaron Hayes waiting for the snap. And there it is. He's trying to get a play to develop. But boy, that defense all over. But he gets a pass off, and nothing is there. So it's going to bring up fourth down and long for Danville.
Yeah, just had to throw it out of bounds there to avoid the sack. At least a little bit of positivity on that play. You didn't lose any yards. So brings up fourth down and 11 here with 1:29 left in the first quarter.
So Bryson Burke, he's that outside linebacker for the Blue Devils. And, man, that's the second time we've seen him get around there, just kind of like swarm around Aaron Hayes.
Yeah, the linebacker core for Danville is solid this year. From everything I've seen, I think they're going to be pretty tough all year long.
So Mickley and Wallace will drop back to around the 40-yard line to receive the punt. The snap is back. The punt is off, and a nice punt. Wallace takes it right around the 38-yard line, goes around the 45, the 50, and gets into Utica territory. So a great run back by Wallace.
Real nice return there. Had quite a bit of speed coming around the outside. Had a couple Utica defenders pursuing, but it took them a while to catch up.
And the Blue Devils have had great field position every single time they've had the ball offensively.
It's hard to shut them down when they're starting in your territory with each drive.
I'm thinking right around the third quarter, the sun might be down enough where we could see a little better. Proper brings his offense up to the line of scrimmage. They'll split them all out here to the near side. Wallace to his right side. In motion there. That's Wallace, Bryson Wallace. He takes it, and he gets about 8 yards on the carry. So nice run, good blocking. Second down for Danville.
Definitely a solid run there on first down. I think the next time I come here to call a game, I'm going to bring a welding helmet.
That would work. Hey, somebody out there might have one in their truck and out in the parking lot.
It looks like yep, 2nd and 2, I think, is what they ended up marking it.
We got an I formation in the backfield now with Proper up under center. Takes a snap. He's going to pitch it back to Wallace. Wallace going to spin over here to the near side, trying to weave his way for an extra yard or two. And he does get the first down.
That temporarily stops the clock here with 36.8 seconds left in the first quarter. Danville should be able to get another play off before the end of the quarter.
So the ball sitting at the 28-yard line of the Redskins. So they break huddle. Proper's going to be in the shotgun all by himself. All those receivers to go after. Going in motion is Briggs Wallace. Proper high snap, but he wheels it down. Throws over to the right side. The big tight end who was split way out there was Justin Tharp. Made the catch and, man, gets another first down.
That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here. But Danville moving that ball consistently. That 5 wide receiver set is just hard to defend against. And Utica's really struggling to keep up.
End of the first quarter here. Danville over Utica, 14-0. It's Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube. Brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
Alumni Roofing is a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Located in Lexington, Ohio, providing service to much of North Central Ohio, including the greater metropolitan areas of Columbus, Cleveland, and Akron. Preventive maintenance program, roof health assessment, storm damage assessment, roof replacement, roof restoration, and more. Call 419-884-9715 and mention this ad to receive a free thermal scan and a full roof health assessment.
Go, Reddies, go!
And welcome back to Utica High School. The Redskins down 14-0 over Danville, and Danville on the move offensively once again. It's 1st and 10.
And Danville moves now to the north side of the stadium here.
Hands it off. Wow, he is fast. Number 5, Briggs Wallace, and he is going to take it into the end zone for a Danville touchdown. And I tell you what, nothing was in his way. Let's check it out. You can kind of see once he got around that right side end, and man, he just had open field and just made a move into the end zone. So a nice run there by Danville. It puts them up 20-0 right here at the start of the second quarter of play.
Yep, getting ready for this extra point try down on the north end. There's some shadows down there. It's a little bit easier to see. Danville's going to shift here in just a minute. No, maybe not. They went for 2 on this one, and looks like a penalty on the play. Might be pass interference on the point attempt, the 2-point attempt.
So the officials will get together here. Got one of the Redskins just kind of like hitting his helmet like, oh no, did that really just happen? So I think it's going to be, it's going to pick the flag up.
Yep.
So extra point was missed. We are at 20-0. Danville's on top. We're just starting the second quarter of play. Our Friday Night Lights brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University on WMVO YouTube.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. We are the cozy way to save. We invite you to stop by our showroom on State Route 95 in Fredericktown to see live burning wood, pellet, and gas displays. We can help you find the perfect alternative heating source to meet your needs. Buckeye Stoves, we will bring that heat. Good luck to all the local teams. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
At K&S Towing and Repair, we're your hometown stop for quality fuel, fast, friendly towing service, and dependable auto repair with a combined 69 years experience. Whether you're filling up your tank or your belly with our great breakfast and lunch options, fixing up your ride, or getting a tow, count on the people who live and work right here in our community at the Fredericktown Marathon and K&S Towing and Repair. Stop in today at 1739 Zolman Road or call 740-694-5021.
Everyone does.
And welcome back as the kick is off and rolling. Picked up right at the 10-yard line. And Utica brings it out. And they're going to set up shop right at the 29-yard line for 1st and 10.
Yeah, it looks like on that 2-point conversion attempt, the official said the ball was tipped, and that's why they waved off the flag. So Danville content, I think, at this point with a 20-0 lead. Utica has to get something going here, or else they're going to find themselves in a real deep hole by halftime. So hopefully they can straighten up on that offensive line a little bit, make their blocks, get a couple wide receivers open, and maybe dump something over the middle.
Well, they come up to the line of scrimmage. Aaron Hayes, that's McInturf right behind him. Got 3 split here to the near side, 1 over on the far side. And going in motion, that is Hampshire, and they're going to hand that off. McInturf right up the middle, gets about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down for Utica.
At least a positive play on 1st down. They don't have to work from a hole, so it brings up 2nd and about 5 now, which opens up the playbook a little bit, gives you a couple more options instead of 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12.
They got a few positive things that are happening. They had good blocking there. They got 5 yards. It's just something they got to kind of put things together. You know, this is week number 2. You know, still young in the season, so still plenty of time where they're going to have some kinks to work out. 2nd down, Aaron Hayes with the snap. He's going to keep the ball coming right at us. Across the 35, gets up to about the 41-yard line. We do have a penalty marker with a holding, and so a good play is going to go backwards.
Yeah, holding is the killer of every offense and the bane of every coach. It's one of those things that, again, we're early in the season, but you'd hope that your kids break that habit by this point in time already. I know it's real easy to get those hands up on the outside of the shoulder pads, but these officials are going to catch it every time.
You know, we talk a little bit about the glare and what we're looking at. You just kind of tell by the screen. You can see what our camera's doing with the glare of the sun. So that too will go away here in 30 minutes.
Yeah, the shadows are getting long. The sun's getting low, so hopefully we'll actually be under the Friday night lights here before too long and not just this blinding sun we're staring into.
And really for those of us that like that daylight later, you can just tell it's getting darker earlier and earlier too. So here comes Utica now as they had a penalty, moved them back. It'll be 2nd down, long. Aaron Hayes with McInturf to his right, going in motion now. And Hayes will take the snap, looking downfield. Nothing's there. He's going to tuck and run. And nice hurdle. Gets across the 40 and gets a Utica 1st down. But now there's a penalty marker that's down around the 28-yard line.
What a nice hurdle if it stands. He had a lot of extra effort on that play, trying to take it all under his own belt and make it happen.
The officials do defer a little bit. Let's steal these. Ross, got some numbers I don't have. And looks like the play is going to stand and should be first down. I don't know what the officials are doing. I think it's going to stand. It'll be 1st and 10 Utica. They got it figured out.
Yep, they're moving the chains kind of slowly. Chain gang, it's only the second week for them too, so we got to give them a little bit of grace. They're getting it figured out. The ball is set though, and it is 1st and 10.
Aaron Hayes, senior quarterback. He's 6'2", 210. Takes the snap. He's going to look down. He moves it across here to Dugan. Dugan gets it. Goes across midfield, or 45, and gets up to about the 48-yard line.
That was a nice little spin move he made to the outside there. It was kind of a sidearm throw, a little Bernie Kosar action there from the backfield.
So having some positive plays now for Utica, getting things worked out, moving the ball a little better than first quarter.
2nd and 5, 2nd and 6 for the Utica Redskins. 9:24 here in the second quarter.
All right, that's number 4 over there, Connor Weigel. He's got 2 far and 2 to the near side spread out. Number 8, McInturf to the right of Hayes. Takes the snap, hands it off to McInturf, and he is smacked right at the line of scrimmage, actually about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage by, once again, number 7. We've talked about number 7 quite a bit for Danville, Bryson Burke.
I don't think that was a real clean handoff. He bobbled it, and I think he was really worried about fumbling that ball, so he was head down trying to contain it and just got leveled.
Redskins trying to capitalize here on this 3rd down and 8. Hayes going to roll to the right side, looking downfield, and he finds this guy, number 9, Jackson Hampshire, and he's going to be short of the first down, though, by about a yard or 2. So do you go for it?
Well, I think at this point in time in the game, they're probably going to have to. Down 20 points with 8 minutes in the second quarter here. Not had a whole lot of luck on the offensive side of things, but it's not going to do you a whole lot of good to punt it 15 yards and give it back to Danville.
Well, it looks like he must have stepped out a little earlier. They've got it marked at the 49-yard line, so it's 4th down and 4.
Yeah, that makes the decision a little tougher, but it looks like they're going for it.
Hayes setting up in the shotgun. That's Taylor to his right. They got all kinds of receivers to target. Hayes is going to back away, as you can see. Going to change the play, and now we're going to have a timeout.
Yeah, the play clock was getting down to zeros.
All right, with that timeout, we'll take a timeout. It's Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
39 Zolman Road, or call 740-694-5021.
Everyone deserves to feel safe, respected, and supported. If you or someone you care about is experiencing domestic violence, sexual assault, or human trafficking, New Directions is here. Our free and confidential services include emergency shelter, advocacy, safety planning, and connections to resources, all centered around your needs. Call or text New Directions 24/7 crisis hotline at 740-397-4357. Help is available. New Directions provides resources for safety, healing, and freedom here in Knox County.
Friday Night Lights.
And welcome back to Utica High School as the Redskins find themselves down 20-0 here in the second quarter. Everything has been going the right way for Danville, and Utica's been having some struggles early on, but this drive seems to have been a little bit better executed for them.
Yeah, at this point in time, down 20 points, you don't want to say they're desperate right now, but it could get desperate pretty quick. So they're coming back out on the field. They've got the play call. They got a couple wide receivers on the near side here, and it looks like they're going to go for this.
That's Taylor right behind Hayes. He's going to step over to the right side of Aaron Hayes in the shotgun. And now we have a whistle and yet another timeout by the Utica Redskins. So the coach didn't like what he saw, so decided to call a timeout. So we'll kind of see what he's got drummed up. Tonight's game is brought to you by our fine sponsors, Dean's Jewelry, Knox Community Hospital, K&S Towing and Repair, Buckeye Stoves and Buckeye Roofing, Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumber, Danville Outdoors, Velvet Ice Cream, People's Bank of Gambier, LPT Realty Agent Mike Pillow, Griffin Insurance, the Aerial Corporation, Alumni Roofing in Mount Vernon Nazarene University, and New Directions Shelter of Knox County. So we appreciate them helping us out all season long for our Friday Night Lights here on WMVO YouTube. Appreciate you locking us in and checking us out here tonight. High school football, I tell you what, high school football in Central Ohio is huge. It always is.
It is, and it's just such a great time of year. The weather's still nice out when the season starts, and just a beautiful, beautiful evening here in Utica.
Well, here we go with a 4th and about 4. Hayes looking to throw the ball. He keeps looking, and he is going to get tackled from behind by Chris Mosier. He just kind of stuck his way through there, and boy, that's a big loss because that was a 4th down, and Danville's going to have great field position on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, big tackle for loss there, sacked him in the backfield. Again, the coverage was just phenomenal. He kept looking, went for his first read, his second read, went to his third read, and by that point in time, the linebackers had come around the outside and put him down on the ground.
Yeah, when you got to wait that long sitting back there, man, it's just time runs out. Danville coming up to the line of scrimmage. Proper. Wallace to his right. Going in motion there is Mickley. They pass it over the number 7. That's Burke. And he gets away and down that far side sideline. Crosses the 30-yard line. So a nice play. 1st and 10, nice play. So first down, Danville.
Yeah, just a little flare pass to the outside, but he made about 3 people miss. Gained an extra 6 or 7 yards on it. And another first down, moving the chains. Danville resets and ready to go again.
8 minutes ago here in the second quarter of play. Danville with a commanding lead, 20-0 so far. Proper at quarterback. Standing at the 35, takes the snap, looking to the right. Now he's going to look downfield, and he had a guy, Wallace, but let me tell you what, Aiden Mickley, he was wide open out there. He stopped running, and Proper just went for the end zone on it. I think if he would have kept on running, that could have been dangerous.
Well, not only that, but he had a receiver on this near side of the sidelines, too, that didn't have a defender within 5 yards of him. He had his choices on that one. Receiver ran the wrong route just a little bit, and it cost him.
And we got a penalty marker down as well, so it's going to cost Danville some yardage. That's the thing about plays like that take a long time to develop. A lot of bad things can happen. Called holding.
That will back them up. Let's see how far.
Looks like it might have been a personal foul, 15-yarder.
Would have had to have been, yep. So now it's going to bring up 2nd and about 25 here from just about midfield, I guess about the 45-yard line.
So Proper at quarterback. Wallace is to his left. And coming in motion here to the near side now, Briggs Wallace. Proper takes the snap. Dishes it off to Wallace. Wallace looking for some daylight. Gets around the left end, and he is going to get brought down right around the 43-yard line.
I think there was another flag on that play, maybe. It looked like it's kind of hard to tell with the glare. But what happened, it's illegal motion against Danville. They blew a whistle as the back was in motion, and it confused him, so he changed directions, and I think that's where they got him with the penalty.
Yeah, one of the things, if you're Coach Matt Bloom for Danville, these are mistakes that you don't want to see happening. I know we're in week number 2, but, you want to get the offense executing properly at every play throughout the entire game. And when you make mistakes like that, that just drives a head coach crazy. They've called a timeout. We'll call a timeout. We'll be back with more high school football right after this.
Friday night lights, packed stands, and our hometown team taking the field. It doesn't get much better than that.
Except maybe a shopping spree at Dean's Jewelry.
Well, okay, you got me there, Mom.
Sorry, Cole. Couldn't resist. Please continue.
At Dean's Jewelry, we're proud to support our local high school athletes. Their hard work, dedication, and commitment to their team. So play hard, play together, and have a great season.
We'll be cheering you on.
Dean's Jewelry, family-owned, community-driven, and proud to support our hometown team.
MVNU online students are everywhere. Working parents, full-time employees, people chasing goals without giving up what matters most.
Online learning is the only way I could do this.
It lets me work full-time and still be a mom.
My professors actually care. One even called me to walk me through an assignment.
At Mount Vernon Nazarene University, flexible online programs fit your schedule and your purpose. Your goals, your faith, your future. Start today at mvnu.edu/online.
At Knox Community.
Well, big play from Proper to Wallace. Didn't quite get him what he needed, but we can look at it again. So steps back, he looked to the right. He found Wallace over there. He's just short of the original line of scrimmage, so they got a little bit back, so they'll chisel away a little at a time.
Yeah, that was 2nd and 30. Now they've got it 3rd and 14. So if you can get 15-yard chunks at a time, they're going to be pretty happy with that. Now let's see what they do on 3rd down here. They might run the same play again.
So Proper comes up once again. Cyrene Wallace is to his left. Takes the snap. He's looking downfield again. He's got to get some yardage. He's going to go all the way down. He's got a guy, and it's a Utica receiver, defender, and an interception, number 4 for Utica. So a nice play. It was tipped a little bit before Connor Weigel brought it down.
Let's see if they called him out of bounds on the catch or if they're going to give him the turnover.
Oh, he was out of bounds, so the ruling's out of bounds, so it's going to give Danville another opportunity, 4th and long.
Yeah, that was a tipped ball, and I knew it was right along the sidelines. It was going to be close. The officials conferred and agreed that he had stepped out before he had possession.
That's why you do the tip drill, though. Even though he was out of bounds, you do the tip drill for a reason, and that's why he was able to bring that tip the ball down. Unfortunately, he was out of bounds. So 4th down and long for Danville. Proper at the quarterback spot for Danville. He's a 6'2 sophomore. Doing a great job back there. And they're going to punt the ball. Ooh. That went out of bounds real early. So look, they were going to set it up offensively. Instead, they threw it all the way back for a punt. Utica's going to get it 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to spot it right at the 25-yard line.
Looks to be about a 10-yard punt net. So Utica's going to come back out on offense here. Not terrible field position, not the greatest. It's going to be about the 25-yard line, I think, is where they're going to spot the ball.
Once again, trying to get some positive offensive yardage. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Aaron Hayes going to be shotgun right at the 20-yard line. To his left is Taylor. In the slot is McInturf. Snap, hands off to Taylor. Taylor hops his way through the defensive line of scrimmage, across the 30-yard line.
Pick up about 5 on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5. 7 minutes left here in the first half of the game.
Both marching bands will be performing at halftime.
A little bit of confusion here on the part of the refs.
I think it has something to do with the football. They didn't like it, so they're going to get a different ball in play on this 2nd down.
All right, officials have it set now.
That ball just got tossed to the track. He's done for the day. He's done for the day. All right, here we go. We'll reset. The Redskins at the line of scrimmage. Aaron Hayes in the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. Taylor to his right. He's just going to take it and go right up the middle and might have got a yard or two. Brings up a 3rd down for the Redskins.
Yeah, it's going to be a little closer. It gave him a couple extra yards there on the forward momentum. It's going to bring up 3rd and looks to be 2. The old Woody Hayes 3 yards in a cloud of dust play.
1st down will be critical here for the Redskins. Got to get some offensive momentum going, at least for this first half. So far, it hasn't been much. Some glimpses of some positive plays. Simon has put way out there to the far side, too, here to the near side. Aaron Hayes, a high snap, brings it down. And he's just going to tuck it and run it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And that's going to be enough for a first down. 1st and 10 Redskins.
Yeah, what turned out to be a decent play after what could have been disaster there with that high snap. Moving the chains here. I know I said the Redskins need to look downfield, try and open something up in the running lanes. The problem with that is the few times they've tried to go downfield, boy, the Danville defense has tightened it up, and quarterback ends up getting sacked, losing a few yards. So it's a lose-lose situation on the part of the quarterback. If you try and go deep, the defense is there. If you try to run it up the middle, the defense is still there.
Hayes in the shotgun. He's going to roll over to the right, looking downfield, and he's going to toss one. And way down there, and the catch is made, but he is going to be out of bounds.
Yep, they're calling it out.
Weston Simon was down there, made a nice catch, but unfortunately he's about 2 yards out of bounds.
He was wide open for about a half a second, had 2 Danville defenders right there. I think if that ball had a little more air under it, he'd have been off to the races.
Yeah, second down and 10 for the Redskins.
Stadium lights are on now to complement the sun.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We will have a gorgeous sunset, though, here in a few more minutes. Coming up to the line of scrimmage now, it's Utica. 2nd down, 10 yards. Snap. Oh, fumble. Loose ball. And not sure. Yeah, it looks like Utica was able to fall back on Aaron Hayes, who mishandled it, was able to fall back onto it. So they remain with the possession with a 3rd down now and 12 yards.
Yeah, that was real risky there. Wasn't a high snap this time. Came right to him. He just mishandled it there. Bring up 3rd and a long 12. Again, seems like every time they have a positive play, they have a negative play to cancel it out.
Theme song number 2 for tonight, Walking on Sunshine. Aaron Hayes in the shotgun. Taylor to his left on a 3rd down and 12. We got, I think we got an early motion on the offense. Yeah. So McInturf was over on the right-hand side, and he started falling forward just a little bit. And they caught him.
It only takes that one little shuffle of the feet, and they will throw that flag every time. It's right in front of the official. He can't not see it. So that'll bring up 3rd and 17 here. 4:28 left to go in the first half.
Well, they get the orders now from a big bulletin board on the side. It's almost like a science fair project. They hold it up, get the play, they look at their wristbands, and get ready to rock and roll. Aaron Hayes once again set up in the shotgun. It's like Taylor to his right, I believe. He's going to look to throw the ball. Hayes, he dips it off to McInturf. Catches the ball, but, man, nothing there. Nice defense by the Blue Devils. 4th down and long. The Redskins forced the punt.
Yeah, there was a good coverage downfield again. He had to dump it off to his receiver in the backfield. I don't think he gained a single yard on that. Caught him right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th and 17. 3:37 left here in the first half. Danville's going to get the ball back with another chance to drive down the field. Plenty of time left on the clock.
Wallace is standing right around the 41-yard line to receive this punt. Looks like Ridgway's back there with them too. The punt is off. Ridgway with the catch, the 40, the 45, 50, 45, and he's finally brought down right around the 44-yard line. That was Mickley with that run back, sorry.
Good return for the Blue Devils there, and sets them up again in Redskin territory. 3 minutes left. Ball's going to be on about the 44-yard line, and puts them in real good opportunity here to put some more points on the board before halftime.
Well, the defense definitely being tested once again tonight for the Redskins. Cropper doing a great job back there as the quarterback for Danville. Takes the high snap, hands it off to Wallace. Wallace is loose. 45, 30. He's got around the corner. Is he going to get it all the way? And looks like he does. What a great run by Wallace to get another Danville touchdown as we take a look.
Yeah, just turned on the jets once he caught the edge there, and there wasn't anybody going to catch him.
So there you have it, 26-0 here in the first half of play from Utica High School as the Blue Devils setting up for the point after. And you're right, I always thought that was like wasted energy. Just line up on the line of scrimmage, but there's a reason for their madness.
Yep. Last time they tried the 2-point conversion, it didn't work out so well. This time it looks like they're lining up for the extra point.
So Nolan Ridgway will do the kicking for the Blue Devils. Snap is back. Kick is up. It was a low kick, but looks like it's going to squeak over top of the defensive heads and get across for an extra point. The point after is good. So at the 2:55 mark here in the second quarter, it's Danville 27, Utica 0. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Deserves to feel safe, respected, and supported. If you or someone you care about is experiencing domestic violence, sexual assault, or human trafficking, New Directions is here. Our free and confidential services include emergency shelter, advocacy, safety planning, and connections to resources, all centered around your needs. Call or text New Directions 24/7 crisis hotline at 740-397-4357. Help is available. New Directions provides resources for safety, healing, and freedom here in Knox County.
Friday night lights, packed stands, and our hometown team taking the field. It doesn't get much better than that.
Except maybe a shopping spree at Dean's Jewelry.
Well, okay, you got me there, Mom.
Sorry, Cole. Couldn't resist. Please continue.
At Dean's Jewelry, we're proud to support our local high school athletes. Their hard work, dedication, and commitment to their team. So play hard, play together, and have a great season.
We'll be cheering you on.
Dean's Jewelry, family-owned, community-driven, and proud to support our hometown team.
Welcome back. Danville just scored and now kicking it back to Utica and split the receivers back there. Neither one of them wanted it. And then he slipped right at the 15-yard line. Number 16 for Utica.
Yeah, that wasn't the best return play there. Ball came right between them. Neither one knew which one was getting it. And then there was a little bit of slip there on the real grass turf as he tried to take a corner. Looks like we might have an injured player down for the Utica Redskins as well.
Well, I want to give him credit. Number 16, I don't find him here on the roster, so I do apologize for Utica. But we do have an injured Redskin, so we'll go ahead and break as well as they attend to him, trying to figure out what's going on with him. So you're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
MVNU online students are everywhere. Working parents, full-time employees, people chasing goals without giving up what matters most.
Online learning is the only way I could do this.
It lets me work full-time and still be a mom.
My professors actually care. One even called me to walk me through an assignment.
At Mount Vernon Nazarene University, flexible online programs fit your schedule and your purpose. Your goals, your faith, your future. Start today at mvnu.edu/online.
And welcome back here to Utica High School as the Utica Redskins taking on the Danville Blue Devils. First half of action. It's Danville 27, Utica 0. Danville defense, Redskins with the ball.
That defense has just been stellar tonight. They've been flying to the ball, whether it's a pass play, whether it's a run play. Those linebackers are reading everything just like they've been coached to do and flying to the ball.
Hayes dips it over to the right side. That's Simon with the catch. And a nice catch over across the 20. We're getting knocked out of bounds, so he's going to be short of the first down, but brings up a second down for the Redskins.
And that was a good positive play. Pickup of about 8 yards on first down. You got to have something positive going into halftime. So we got 2:44 left here in the first half. Maybe a solid drive here will spark something for Utica. We'll see how Danville responds.
Aaron Hayes, that's McInturf to his right. Got four receivers split out. Hayes will take the snap, fakes to McInturf, keeps it, goes across the first down marker up into the 30-yard line. So nice little fake, nice keeper, first down Utica.
moving the ball. That's what they need to do. They haven't done a good job of that to this point in the game. They've had a positive play and then a negative play and a positive play and then they punt. Now we've got a couple strung together, good positive plays, driving the ball down the field. We'll see if they can keep that momentum going.
Snap is back, and Hayes rolls out to the right, and nice catch by Gavin Dugan. Man, he kind of reeled that one in at the 32-yard or 36-yard line. 37-yard line's where they mark it. So nice pass and catch.
And keeping the ball moving down the field. The clock is still running. 2 minutes left here in the first half. It's going to bring up second at about 2.5 yards. Redskins are getting set. Play's already in.
Hayes once again set up about 4 or 5 yards behind center. Takes the snap. Rolling to the right, looking downfield, and he was looking for Dalton Rodnizer, and just overthrew him. So third down.
Good idea. Had some speed there on that streak up the sidelines. Just didn't have quite enough under it. Overthrew him and needed a little more air on that arc to drop it right into his basket. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 again. Sun finally starting to set on the rolling hills of Utica here.
Yeah, my eyes got to get adjusted now without the sun here. Aaron Hayes at the quarterback position. Takes the snap. He's got to keep it, go up the middle. Crosses the 40. Boy, let me tell you what, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th effort, and they're having a hard time getting him down. He gets across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, the problem for the Redskins here is all that extra effort is killing the clock. They don't have any timeouts. They've used all 3 of their timeouts.
And we got a flag on the far side of the field. I think it's going to be on the sideline. Coach got a little bit, or I should say the far side official got a little earful from the Danville sideline, so they're going to march another 10, 15 yards off.
Well, that's going to help the Redskins. Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. It's going to be 15 yards. That's going to put the ball into Blue Devil territory, and I don't know that the Redskins have been across the 50-yard line all night.
No, they have not. So here we go, 1st and 10. Try to get some points on the board before half. Clock is running. Just about a minute 20 to go. Hayes looking back, looking downfield, throws the ball to the right side, and unfortunately he's going to misthrow that one out of bounds. Intended receiver was Weston Simon.
Yeah, he threw that into about lane 6 of the track. No chance for the receiver to get that ball. But at least he's looking down the field, and the receivers are getting a little bit of separation on those Danville defenders. Minute 14 left. That did stop the clock. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Utica Redskins.
Trying to get some points on the board somewhere along the line, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. I'm sure the coach and team would rather see 7 points on the board before going in at half. Hayes waiting for the play. The play clock is, don't know where it is.
In the heads of the officials at the stadium.
Hayes will take the snap. Going to have a little reverse. With the ball there is Gavin Dugan, and he is going to get taken down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, number 2 there, Aaron Hayes, the quarterback, missed his block on that reverse. Let the defender catch him in the backfield and make the tackle for loss.
What? You want a quarterback to block? What are you talking about?
It's a big ask, I know. But on a play like that, if you want that trick play to work, that's the key block in the whole thing.
You got to hit somebody. You are 100%. Hayes takes the snap again on a 3rd and long, looking deep. He finds his guy. Oh, in and out of the hands of Gavin Dugan.
Wide open on the 10-yard line and just missed the catch. Went right through his fingers. That would have set him up with 30 seconds left to go at the 10-yard line.
And, you know, I got to say, that catchable pass. Had it on the fingertips, just unable to bring it down.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 12. 30 seconds, you know they're going to go for it here. There's no point in punting it. Hopefully one big chunk play. If you get the first down, you can spike the ball and make at least one attempt into the end zone.
Sure. So here we go now. 4th and long for the Redskins. Hayes takes the snap. He's going to look downfield. Now he's going to tuck it, run a little bit, and he's going to keep the ball. He's got to make something extremely exciting happen, and he is. He weaves through, got by a couple defenders down to about the 20-yard line.
They're going to have to get up and spike that ball. They got 20 seconds, but the clock's going to run as soon as the ball's set.
Nice run there by Aaron Hayes. The chains aren't even in position yet. Snap is there. He smacks it down, and we got a penalty on the far side. Danville had an extra guy on the field, so they're going to get an extra few yards out of this too.
Yep, 13 seconds left. That's time for 1, maybe 2 plays if you're super efficient. Couple shots down to the end zone. I think it's going to end up being 1st and 5 maybe. Illegal substitution on Danville there. Refs are trying to figure it out. We've seen that a lot this year, too. Refs are trying to figure it out, but I'd rather have them take the time and get it right.
So we'll get this all figured out here with 13 seconds to go.
All right, it is going to be 1st and 5 for the Utica Redskins. 13 seconds left. Oh, they accidentally started the clock there. It should not have started on that. They should reset that clock to 13.2 seconds.
How long does it take for 13 seconds? 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yes.
Here we go. Hayes at quarterback. Now the
officials are calling
going to
timeout.
catch the clock.
Yep. You don't think your home team is going to take a few seconds off your off your play here, so they got to get that reset.
All right. Trying to get some points on the board here before the end of the first half. The Redskins.
There we go. 13.6.
Down 27-0. So the glare is off our camera. We can actually see everything now. Hayes, the shotgun, takes a snap, looks up, finds a guy, and in and out of the hands. That was Weston Simon trying to bring that one down. So we'll have enough time for another play here with 9.1 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to either go right to the sidelines or right to the end zone. So that took 4 seconds. Maybe time for 2 more throws here, just depending on where he places that ball.
Trying to get a view here. I got to walk to the other side of the press box. I got a wall in my way. Hayes is going to try to make something happen. Takes the snap. He's going to roll here to the left side, looking into the end zone, and he's got his guy. Touchdown. What a way to end the first half. Gavin Dugan making up for the one he missed. Touchdown, Redskins.
Well, at least they're on the board now. Positive play right before halftime. That's going to give them something to talk about in the locker room. Granted, you're still down 27-6, and boy, Danville is just an offensive juggernaut.
Yeah, they are. They've got all cylinders running tonight. But they'll get this point after. They'll go for 1. Doing the kicking for Utica number 38. Daniel Barrow.
Right off the upright. Bounced it in the one place you can't kick it. So 27-6, 3.4 seconds. They are going to have to kick off to Danville, so you never know what could happen on that kickoff right at the end of halftime.
And we'll just keep it right here. Tonight's game brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University, New Direction Shelter of Knox County, Alumni Roofing, Ariel Corporation, Griffin Insurance, LPT Realty Agent Mike Pillow, People's Bank of Gambier, Velvet Ice Cream, Danville Outdoors, Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumber, Knox County Veteran Services, Buckeye Stoves and Buckeye Roofing, K&S Towing and Repair, Knox Community Hospital, and Dean's Jewelry.
So we're getting huddled up here. Officials are taking the ball out, getting it placed, ready for this kickoff. Again, 3.4 seconds. Doesn't seem like much time, but you never know with high school football.
Anything can happen for sure. Arrows will kick it off here for Utica. Set it up at the 40-yard line. Get both high school, both marching bands for you at the at halftime.
All teed up, ready to go. Danville with 2 deep, awaiting the kickoff, but I don't think this one's going to leave the ground.
That's Dugan and Wallace all the way back. And they're going to squib it down, and Danville's going to fall on the ball, so they're going to have to snap it, and they'll head in for the end of the first half. 27-6.
2.1 seconds here, most likely going to take a knee, but we will see again. High school football, so you never know what you're going to get.
Well, we had a beautiful sunset. That's what we got, number one, so we can now see everything. Fans can kind of cool off a little bit. I was talking to some of the parents on the stands walking up to the press box, and I was saying, you know, when you guys designed the field, has there been any conversation of moving the home side to the other side of the field so you don't have to look into the sun? And her comment was, yeah, we've kind of talked about that.
Yeah, for sure. That looks like it's going to end the first half here, 27-6. Danville Blue Devils up over the home Utica Redskins.
It's Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital. For more information, visit kch.org.
Knox County Veteran Services has been dedicated to serving our veterans for over 40 years. I'm Executive Director Kevin Henthorn.
And I'm Alan Huffman, your office coordinator.
Our mission is to assist veterans and their families in filing for service-connected disability, wartime pension programs, and VA healthcare enrollment.
We provide free transportation to VA healthcare appointments, as well as emergency financial assistance and numerous other benefits. Stop in and see us at 105 East Chestnut Street, or give us a call at 740-393-6742.
And never forget, you are not alone.
Hi, it's Whitney from Danville Outdoors, the destination for folks across the region who live for the woods and the water. Our store in Danville has the best selection around, so stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, come in and see us at Danville Outdoors. You're going to love our brand new building, South Market Street in Danville, DanvilleOutdoors.com.
And life just feels a little more like home. The Blue Devil Band invites you to join in celebrating small town roots, big dreams, and the pride of where you come from. Here is Boondocks by Little Big Town. by Alan Jackson. Grab your fishing poles and leave your worries behind. It's time for a night under the stars. Sit back, relax, and let the Blue Devil Band take you on a little trip down the road, out past the city lights and straight to the water. Make some noise for Fishing in the Dark by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for your Danville Blue Devil Band!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Utica High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of band director Kirsten Watts, percussion instructor Mike Twyman, and color art instructor Peyton Liggett, and led onto the field by Field Commander C.J. Melanson. Tonight, the band invites you to step into a world of unexpected twists and musical mischief. Their 2026 production, Happily Never After, takes a fun and energetic look at the ups and downs of relationships, reminding us that sometimes the most memorable stories are the ones that don't go exactly according to plan. Opening the production is Bad Guy by Billy Irish. Tonight, the story continues with the haunting and atmospheric Heathens by 21 Pilots. Sit back, enjoy the show, and remember, not every story ends happily ever after.
I had to dig this out of my basement. I'm still trying to get the must off of it. It still fits for this year. Without the spring stress, I think it's going to get ugly quick. Let's hear it one more time for the Utica High School Marching Band.
End your job search today. Ariel Corporation, with locations in Mount Vernon, Newark, and Akron, is hiring machinists and multi-craft maintenance technicians for our production teams. We are also looking for mechanics to join our assembly team. If you're seeking a change, come experience our 3- and 4-day full-time work weeks, excellent benefits, training opportunities, and profit-sharing bonuses. Apply now at arielcorp.com. That's ARIELCORP.com.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Staying ahead means never stopping learning. At Mount Vernon Nazarene University, our online programs are built specifically for working professionals like you. Courses developed with industry experts, grounded in purpose-driven education, designed to fit your real life. Ready to start or finish your degree? Take control of your future at mvnu.edu/online. MVNU, where meaning meets momentum.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
And welcome back to Utica High School here as the Redskins and the Blue Devils going at it. Blue Devils up 27-6 here at the half. Great performances by both bands. Always nice to have that. And getting ready to kick it off here. Get ready to go.
Yeah, second half will be interesting to see how Utica responds. I'm sure coaches were talking about all the little mistakes that they were making that cost them big yards. So Danville, sure they weren't real happy about giving up a touchdown right before halftime. So their coaches are probably going to get on them. Keep doing the things they're doing. Offense keeps moving. Defense keeps responding, and I think they'll be fine for the second half.
You know, and anything, you know, week 1 and week 2, you have things going on. We got the scoreboard fixed, so we appreciate everybody watching on YouTube. And, you know, thanks for Steve Carpenter, appreciate it, and Pamela Proper. I think we're going. It's
Proper. Yes,
at
Proper.
quarterback, and I do apologize for that, but we'll get her right here in the second half. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to blame it on the sun. Okay, so I couldn't see my notes, so we'll blame it on the sun and move on from there. But hey, we do appreciate you watching on YouTube, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Mount Vernon Nazarene University. So both teams are out, and we'll you know what, take a break, come back, and get set for the second half of play.
Alumni Roofing is a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Located in Lexington, Ohio, providing service to much of North Central Ohio, including the greater metropolitan areas of Columbus, Cleveland, and Akron. Preventive maintenance program, roof health assessment, storm damage assessment, roof replacement, roof restoration, and more. Call 419-884-9715 and mention this ad to receive a free thermal scan and a full roof health assessment.
Go, Fridays, go!
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. We are the cozy way to save. We invite you to stop by our showroom on State Route 95 in Fredericktown to see live burning wood, pellet, and gas displays. We can help you find the perfect alternative heating source to meet your needs. Buckeye Stoves, we will bring that heat. Good luck to all the local teams. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
At K&S Towing and Repair, we're your hometown stop for quality fuel, fast, friendly towing service, and dependable auto repair with a combined 69 years experience. Whether you're filling up your tank or your belly with our great breakfast and lunch options, fixing up your ride, or getting a tow, count on the people who live and work right here in our community at the Fredericktown Marathon and K&S Towing and Repair. Stop in today at 1739 Zolman Road or call 740-694-5021.
Hey, welcome back to Utica High School. The Redskins going to get set. They'll get the ball first. They won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they'll get the opportunity to try to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, they got to get something going here. 27-6, not the best score you put in the end zone here on this first drive, and it's going to make a difference. It's going to make it a little bit more competitive game. Boy, the sun went down. The temperature has dropped about 15-20 degrees. It is just a beautiful, beautiful night here in Utica. Ready for the second half of some awesome high school football here at Redskin Stadium.
Our other team of broadcasters are in Mount Vernon tonight doing the Mount Vernon Newark game. Newark 14-7 was the score at halftime there.
Just about 30 seconds here till kickoff in the second half. Danville all lined up, ready to go. Utica ready to go. Two receivers deep here, looking to get this ball on the kickoff and hopefully make some forward progress. Maybe try and take it across the 50-yard line into Danville Blue Devil territory.
Redskins.
They do wait for every second matters. They hand off the ball and get set here for the second half of play.
Hopefully this isn't the deflated ball from the first half.
Back deep is Connor Weigel, and it looks like, can't really see the number there, but it might be Dugan or Simon. But a line drive kick, and it was actually number 1. Goes all the way back into the end zone. So Brendan Stahl, and that's going to be a touchback. So Redskins will get it 1st and 10.
Boy, that ball had just a little bit less on it. It would have come to a dead stop at the 1-yard line. Could have been a whole different situation for the Utica Redskins there.
Well, they had a halftime to talk about it, to think about it, draw some things up on the board to try to figure out how to battle this Blue Devil defense. We'll see how it all pans out here for the Redskins. Aaron Hayes, quarterback. Simon going far out to the right side there, the far side along with Hampshire. We get set here for the first play of the second half.
Now they had some momentum going into halftime. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Low snap picked up by Hayes, and the handoff goes to McInturf, and he's dropped it to 20.
No gain on that play at all. Now they seem to have some success going to the air there at the end of the first half. Come out in the second half and bobble the snap on the first play. A little bit of a botched handoff. Didn't make any progress at all, so we may see him going back to the air here on second down.
Number 65, A.J. Buckenberger, came out of the game, and going in was number 55. That was Amare. Not going to take a guess here. Aaron Hayes takes the snap, and he's just going to take it right up the middle. And once again, shut down for no gain.
They've not had much luck on this running game tonight. That Danville defensive backs just plugging every hole, not giving them an inch on the ground. So it brings up third and long, going to be 3rd and 10 here, deep in their own territory on the 20-yard line.
There you can see in the cardboard going up for the plays. They check the wristbands and get up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down 10 here for the Redskins. Hayes will take the snap. He's going to roll to the right, looking for somebody to throw it to, and finally puts it up into the air, and it's an incomplete pass intended on the far sideline there, Jackson, Hampshire. So an incomplete 4th down. Redskins going to have to punt.
3 and out. Was one of those, looked downfield, there wasn't anything, came to his middle receiver, there wasn't anything, went to the sidelines, and just wasn't a great option there either. Held the ball just a little too long, pocket collapsed.
So it'll be Wallace, or I'm sorry, papers are flying all over the place. Wallace and number 11, Aiden Mickley, back standing at right around the 45-yard line to receive this punt.
It's funny, the cardboard cutout here is pretty simple, just a couple colors. Some of them are pretty complex with all sorts of different college logos and everything else.
Well, a high snap, but I tell you what, he got that kick off. So it was a nice kick, fielded there by Wallace right at the 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils, who first half really offensively kind of had their way with the Redskin defense.
Yeah, and really good starting position again for the Blue Devils here, 45-yard line. Man, if you can start every drive at the 45-yard line, what a world of difference. A lot less pressure on your offense. You can move that ball pretty quickly down the field.
Coming up to the line of scrimmage, Proper at quarterback. Berkey all the way to the far side. In motion is Mickley. He stops. Hand off, a little counter action, and getting the ball is Mickley, and he has some running room, gets across the 50-yard line up to about the 47.
Yeah, wrestled him out of bounds there, gain of about 8 yards on that play. It's going to bring up a short 2nd and 2, which again opens up that playbook. They may look downfield here, but they're having some success on the ground too, so they may just keep it on the ground, avoid risking the interception.
One of the things I noticed, Danville does a really nice job of really mixing things up with their play calling. Really puts the defense like, man, what's coming next? You just really don't know.
Very balanced tonight. They've gone to the air. They've kept it on the ground.
There's the snap. And hands it off to Wallace and goes around the corner, gets the first down, gets the 40, gets about 7, 8 more yards.
I'll tell you, Wallace has some speed. Once he gets that ball, gets that corner, he puts it into 2nd gear, and he's just got some wheels moving down the field. Usually 5, 10 extra yards before the defenders ever get to him.
That moves the chains. It'll be 1st and 10. They do spot it at the 38-yard line. The clock continues to run. Here, just starting the 3rd quarter, second half. You can see the score there. Danville 27, Redskins 6. Roper 4 yards behind center, takes the snap, hands it off, gets it across the 40 or 35. And boy, 2nd and 3rd effort's going to get them real close to the first down, but Be about 2 yards short.
A nice little hurdle there right at the point of contact on the offensive line. Wasn't anything Ezekiel Elliott-esque, but just a nice little jump over a lineman that was laying there on the ground and was able to get about 5 or 6 extra yards on that play.
Yeah, Ridgeway with the run there for Danville. You know, last week he put 47 yards on the ground, so he did a nice job rushing for Danville last week.
Yeah, they put a lot of points up last week. I think they're working towards that same goal this evening and want to stay consistent.
So there's the snap, the handoff. Once again, wow, look at him get through that defense. Ridgeway with the carry. Man, he's a beast.
He got hit in the backfield, but just powered through that initial contact. Didn't really even have to do a spin move, just bulldozed right through. Picked up a few extra yards on that, reset the markers on the sideline. It's now 1st and 10, and we are down around the 25, 26-yard line.
My defense is trying to bring down a 6'1", 220-pound running back, so he's a big boy. Up to the line of scrimmage we go. Proper at quarterback. Wallace is right to his right side. Snap, pulls it up, throws it across the middle to Horn. Horn catches the ball. He's on the loose, and a penalty marker is down before he gets into the end zone, maybe.
Yeah, that was, I'm not sure what the penalty was there, but it was right at the point of contact there. So I'm not sure if it's on the defense or maybe hands to the face. I'm not sure.
He was short of the goal line. Either way, they are in the red zone. It's all brought to you by our friends at New Directions Shelter of Knox County. So it'll be 1st down, 1 yard to go.
Yeah, it's funny. They've scored quite a few times tonight. That's the first time they've been in the red zone. Everything else has come from outside the 20-yard line, so some big chunk plays to put it in the end zone. That's going to set them up on the 1 yard line, though, so a real short field here as the Blue Devils break the huddle. Move to the line. We got a couple wideouts on the near side.
Proper in the shotgun. He will take the snap, and he's going to hand the ball off, and there's going to be a loss of some yardage. Horn took the handoff and had nowhere to go. Kind of like a fish dangling from the hook.
Sometimes I wonder, like, you've been able to move the ball right up the middle all night long. You get down to the 1 yard line, and then you try something fancy. You try this little reverse play to bring it around the outside. Just drive it right up the middle. You've got the advantage. You got a real short field. Just punch it in. Now it's 2nd and 3, and a little harder to get in the end zone.
So Ridgeway is now to the left of Proper, or now he moved over to the right side. 3 receivers here to the near side. 2nd down. There's the snap. Hand off to Ridgeway. Right up the middle. Left side. Touchdown, Danville.
And there you go. Right up the middle. Drive it 3 yards through the hole and put it in for 6.
You said Ridgeway's a big guy. Kind of hard to bring down, but, man, he was able to get it into the end zone. 33-6. 3rd quarter action here from Utica High School. They set up for the point after.
Shift on the offensive line, bringing it in. Looks like they're actually going to kick it this time.
Getting set for the point after. The snap. Comes back, clean snap, placed it down. Low kick gets blocked by the defense, so a missed point after. And it brings us at 6:42. Danville 33, Utica 6. We'll be back with more Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Feel safe, respected, and supported. If you or someone you care about is experiencing domestic violence, sexual assault, or human trafficking, New Directions is here. Our free and confidential services include emergency shelter, advocacy, safety planning, and connections to resources, all centered around your needs. Call or text New Directions 24/7 crisis hotline at 740-397-4357. Help is available. New Directions provides resources for safety, healing, and freedom here in Knox County.
Friday night Night lights, packed stands, and our hometown team taking the field. It doesn't get much better than that.
Except maybe a shopping spree at Dean's Jewelry.
Well, okay, you got me there, Mom.
Sorry, Cole. Couldn't resist. Please continue.
At Dean's Jewelry, we're proud to support our local high school athletes. Their hard work, dedication, and commitment to their team. So play hard, play together, and have a great season.
We'll be cheering you on.
Dean's Jewelry, family-owned, community-driven, and proud to support our hometown team.
Well, Danville just scores again, 33-6, third quarter of action. Ready to kick off here to the Redskins. Good kick. And taken right at the 18-yard line. 30's got some room. Across the 40 to the 43.
Nice big hole right up the middle there. He took advantage of it. Finally some good field position here for the Utica Redskins as they hope to move the ball on this drive. It's getting halfway through the third quarter here, 33-6. Danville Blue Devils are on top. Utica Redskins have got to get something going here if they want to stay competitive in this game.
First and 10 on the 42. Hayes will set him up there. Wallace to his right takes the snap. Now we've got a whistle and a timeout. So Danville takes a timeout. Go ahead and take a timeout as well here. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital. For more information, visit kch.org.
Knox County Veteran Services has been dedicated to serving our veterans for over 40 years. I'm Executive Director Kevin Henthorn.
And I'm Alan Huffman, your office coordinator.
Our mission is to assist veterans and their families in filing for service-connected disability, wartime pension programs, and VA healthcare enrollment.
We provide free transportation to VA healthcare appointments, as well as emergency financial assistance and numerous other benefits. Stop in and see us at 105 East Chestnut Street, or give us a call at 740-393-6742.
And never forget, you are not alone.
Aaron Hayes takes the snap. He's trying to get around the right side. Nowhere to go. We got penalty markers down. Going to have a holding call on Utica, so they're going to back it up.
Yep, got to hate that laundry. It's been pretty consistent these first 2 weeks. Penalty after penalty. It's early in the season, but man, that again, just coaches will lose their minds on little silly penalties like that. You got to get the ball moving. Now it's 1st and 20 instead of 1st and 10, and you got a huge hole to overcome.
So they march it back. Play has already been handed to them. Danville gets their defense organized. Both teams come up to the line of scrimmage. I've been impressed both with Danville's offense and defense tonight.
And they've been well-rounded on both sides of the ball. It's been interesting to see how they've made some adjustments there. Utica had some momentum going into half, but they came out and shut them down right away.
Well, there's Hayes taking the snap once again. He's going to try to get around the left end with nowhere to go. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
Looks like they lost about 2 or 3 yards on that. That's going to bring up 3rd and 22 here. Really limits the playbook. You're not a whole lot that you can do to gain 33 yards in 1 or 2 plays.
Yeah, I think I was a down ahead, so 2nd down here.
Yep, there you go.
That was a 1st down play, so coming back to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of variety, let's just say, with the Redskin offense right now. Hayes, the snap, fakes to Wallace, rolls out, throws to the right. He connects, and he's going to get taken out of bounds. We got about a 3 or 4 yard play.
Another penalty flag on the play, though, right here on the near side. So I'm not sure what that would be. Ineligible receiver downfield, perhaps.
Man, oh, man. That was Simon that made the catch there on the far side, but positive play, flag, goes back. They're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
I don't know if one of those linemen managed to wander downfield just a little too far on that play or what the deal was, but definitely got him for 5 yards. And
well, so those plays take a lot of time to develop, and that was, a lineman that was on this side of the field. The play was going the opposite direction, so he had no idea where they were in the play, so it's easy to do. But there is a discipline as a lineman where you just gotta know that when it's time and when it's not time to go.
well, here we go. It's going to bring up third, still 22 yards, 21 yards. We'll see what they can come up with.
Wallace set up to the right side of Hayes, and Hayes going to take the snap. Looking downfield, not a lot of options, but he's going to wing it out there. He's going deep and almost intercepted by Danville, number 13. That was, Proper.
So it's going to bring up fourth down here and really, really long. Just Utica quarterback just seems uncomfortable in the pocket. He seems like he's a little more comfortable when he's rolling to get that ball to the outside, but when he has to stand in that pocket, it closes down on him real quick, and he's having to scramble, try and find something, anything to get rid of that ball downfield.
Well, they'll get set to punt this away. Daniel Barrow, the punter for Utica. Takes the snap, and it was blocked. So end over end, it's just dangling there, 40. And Danville's going to have excellent field position. Ball at the 44-yard line.
Ball marked dead there again into Redskin territory to start this drive with 4:38 left here in the third quarter, 33-6. Danville up over Utica.
Well, that series really, we had about, 4 penalties, then a blocked punt. So just when you thought maybe their offense, had a positive play, penalty marker.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Yeah. So now Danville back on offense with a commanding lead, 33-6 here in the third quarter of play.
We're going to mark that inside the 40-yard line. So it must have been where it first hit the ground after the block.
Up to the line of scrimmage. Proper at quarterback. Takes the snap. Fakes to Wallace. Coming across the middle. Connects. That's Mickley. Across the 30 and 35. So nice little play there.
Gain of about 15 yards. It's going to make it 1st and 10 from about the 22-yard line of Utica.
Say what, when Danville's on offense, the chain gang over there is getting their exercise. Man, they're moving quick.
Yeah, Danville put up 48 last week, I think it was, and 33 already tonight, so they're consistent on their offense.
The snap comes back. He hands it to Wallace. Wallace has got an opening. He's off to the races. He's at the goal line in for a touchdown. Blue Devils once again getting across the end zone.
That's going to make it 39-6. We'll see if they're going for 1 or 2 here. But that's going to move us into a running clock situation here in the third quarter for Danville.
We're talking about Wallace. Last week alone, he had 130 yards on the ground. Looking at what he's been able to do tonight, you can see why, man. It's like you mentioned earlier. He gets into the gap and gets into the opening, man. He just takes off. He's got some wheels on him.
Last man running in here for Danville. Getting set. Offensive line shifts. Clock is running.
Proper does the holding for the point after. Snap is back. The kick is up. And once again, just not getting the lift on it. It's got a good snap. He's got a good hold. But, man, they're line driving that right into the backs of the offensive line. Misses the point after, so it keeps the score 39-6 here in the third quarter. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Hi, it's Whitney from Danville Outdoors, the destination for folks across the region who live for the woods and the water. Our store in Danville has the best selection around. So stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, come in and see us at Danville Outdoors. You're going to love our brand new building, South Market Street in Danville, danvilleoutdoors.com.
End your job search today. Aerial Corporation, with locations in Mount Vernon, Newark, and Akron, is hiring machinists and multi-craft maintenance technicians for our production teams. We are also looking for mechanics to join our assembly team. If you're seeking a change, come experience our 3- and 4-day full-time work weeks. Excellent benefits, training opportunities, and profit-sharing bonuses. Apply now at aerialcorp.com. That's ARIELCORP.com.
And welcome back as the kick is off and a low grounder fielded at the 30 and up across the 40, close to the 45. It's going to be 43-yard line, so the Redskins 1st and 10 with a running clock.
Well, it's a good field position for them to start in. Again, they haven't been on the Danville side of the 50 too much this evening. We'll see if they can get something going here, but man, looking at that scoreboard, that's always a little disheartening when you're down 39-6. These kids aren't going to give up, though.
No, you can't give up. I mean, you're playing every Friday. You work on executing your offense and try to figure out, okay, what's going wrong? What can we do better? And you just kind of work through the kinks. Right now, I mean, they're up against a tough Danville defense. They just have not been able to get much of an opening. And when they did, they would have penalties that took them backwards.
For sure. It's been a rough night for the offense, but they still have opportunity, and they're still going to play hard.
Low snap to Hayes. He picks it up off the ground, and he's going to throw it and dish it off to the right side there. Looks like it was McInturf.
Yeah, gain about 2 or 3 on that. Moving with a little bit of intensity here. They're still getting up on the ball. They're still getting the plays in quick. They have some execution to do, and this is the time when the coach is going to look and see really what his team's made out of. They realize they're down. They realize it's not the best situation, but we got to see what kind of drive we have. We got to dig deep. We got to see what kind of guts we have and make sure we're not giving up on this game. You know, we got a lot to learn. We got a long season ahead of us, so Utica's got a lot of work to do.
Up to the line of scrimmage on a 2nd down and 8. Snap is back. Hayes is loose. He's got some running room. He gets around the corner. He's over the 20, cuts it back into the middle, and he's finally taken down. Looks like right around the 8-yard line.
That's what they needed right there. They're going to spot it about the 12. That puts us inside the red zone.
So the clock is under 30 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Hayes going to try to get this play off. The snap is back to him, so he gets it. He runs the ball. He's across the 5 and finally taken down maybe right around the 3-yard line. Depends on where they mark the ball.
It's enough for a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Redskins here with 4.4 seconds left. They are going to stop the clock here. Looks like an injured player on the field. He's back up and he's moving to the sideline.
That's going to run out the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Since it's the running clock, we're not going to stop it. So that's going to wrap us up here. 3rd quarter of play, 39-6. Danville's on top. It's Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Staying ahead means never stopping learning. At Mount Vernon Nazarene University, our online programs are built specifically for working professionals like you. Courses developed with industry experts, grounded in purpose-driven education, designed to fit your real life. Ready to start or finish your degree? Take control of your future at mvnu.edu/online. MVNU, where meaning meets momentum.
And welcome back, Utica High School. End of the 3rd quarter as Danville's got a commanding 39-6 lead over the Utica Redskins, although Utica in striking distance, ball sitting at the 2-yard line for a 1st and goal.
They're going to have 4 chances to punch this thing in from the 2-yard line. So far, this has been the best looking drive for the Utica Redskins tonight. They're moving the ball effectively and efficiently.
Hayes takes the snap. He'll take it right up the middle, trying to get across that goal line, and he is going to get brought down and pulled back for a 2nd down and goal.
It's right about the 1-inch line.
Looks like we've got Bryson Berkey on the sideline. He's down there defensively for the Danville Blue Devils. Slow to get up and has yet to get up. So they're going to stop everything, and the coach is going to come out and check it out. So while they're attending to him, we'll be back with more high school football. It's Friday Night Lights on WNVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
Alumni Roofing is a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Located in Lexington, Ohio, providing service to much of north central Ohio, including the greater metropolitan areas of Columbus, Cleveland, and Akron. Preventive maintenance program, roof health assessment, storm damage assessment, roof replacement, roof restoration, and more. Call 419-884-9715 and mention this ad to receive a free thermal scan and a full roof health assessment.
Vote, Fridays, vote.
And welcome back to Utica High School. Utica, 2nd down and goal here. Now we got a penalty. A flag is dropped. It's going to be on the defense, so they're going to move it half the distance to the goal.
So about a half an inch.
Correct. So they'll move it a half an inch, and we'll reset the offense. And it's a snap, Hayes penalty. Utica fans are just not happy because every time something positive happens offensively, it seems like a dirty laundry gets thrown onto the field. So I'm not quite sure what the play is. It looked like he made it into the end zone.
Yeah, it looked like he did, but they never saw the touchdown signal from the officials. Maybe it was an illegal assist from behind, the old tush push. We'll see what they come up with here. The officials are huddling again, trying to figure out what's going on. All right, it looks like maybe an illegal assist. It's going to be 5-yard penalty. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 5 now. So that changes the dynamic a little bit.
Once again, striking distance gets taken away from them. They're inside the red zone, brought to you by New Directions Shelter of Knox County.
Clock continues to run down to 10:55 on the clock in the 4th quarter here.
So Hayes going to try to make something happen here. The snap, hands off, Wallace into the end zone, touchdown, Utica.
So a good positive play, punch it into the end zone. That's 12 points on the board here. Setting up for the extra point attempt.
39-12 here, 4th quarter action from Utica. And the kick is up, and it's going to be good. So Utica gets it into the end zone. We are now 39-13. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. We are the cozy way to save. We invite you to stop by our showroom on State Route 95 in Fredericktown to see live burning wood, pellet, and gas displays. We can help you find the perfect alternative heating source to meet your needs. Buckeye Stoves, we will bring that heat. Good luck to all the local teams. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
At K&S Towing and Repair, we're your hometown stop for quality fuel, fast, friendly towing service, and dependable auto repair with a combined 69 years experience. Whether you're filling up your tank or your belly with our great breakfast and lunch options, fixing up your ride, or getting a tow, count on the people who live and work right here in our community at the Fredericktown Marathon and K&S Towing and Repair. Stop in today at 1739 Zolman Road or call 740-694-5021.
And welcome back to Danville High School here as the Redskins punched it in here in the fourth quarter. It's 39-13. Danville's been pretty much in control of the ball game since kickoff. Redskins had some positive things happening there, got into the end zone as well. And now Danville is set up and ready to receive this kickoff. The kick is there and picked up off the ground there at the 19-yard line. Oh, and off to the races. That is Briggs Wallace across the 40. So nice run there. Danville once again with excellent field position.
About a 22, 23-yard return on that. Low kick to start with, so he was able to get it fairly quickly, found a crease, and brought it up across the 40-yard line. That's going to give them excellent field position again. Starting this drive, looks like maybe a penalty. Yeah, another penalty. This one on Danville. This is going to move them back, so that will kill that field position. The holding penalty was at about the 25-yard line, so that's going to move them back down to around the 15.
Hey, we do want to thank my YouTube friends for keeping me straight. Do appreciate it. I was telling Ross here, they got two different rosters, two different names for different numbers. But definitely thank you, Cindy Mills, for straightening me out. I need that every now and then. So thanks for watching on YouTube and keeping me in line. Lord knows I need all the help I can get.
I'm just glad you're the one calling all the names, because from where I'm looking, these numbers are just a blur.
And the high snap is there with the ball and off to the races once again. Man, oh man, I tell you what, Wallace gets into the opening and he just takes off. So first down, Blue Devils.
Yep, that's going to move the chains up around the 28-yard line. 10-10 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Danville up 39-13 over the Utica Redskins. Again, Utica kind of has to buckle down here on defense. See what they can do that's a positive play. See what they can do. Maybe look at the film room next week and say, hey, we did this good, we did this good. Let's build on that.
So Proper in back about 4 yards. He takes the snap. He's going to look downfield. Has a guy, connects it, and he is brought down right at the 36-yard line. Just shy of the first down. Briggs Wallace with the catch.
That's going to make it second and just a couple yards here.
We do have an injured player on the far side sideline. I think he's out of bounds, though, so I think they're going to continue. Nope, he's still in bounds. So they're going to attend to him, and I want to appreciate all of our great sponsors that make this broadcast possible. Special thanks to Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Appreciate that. New Direction Shelter of Knox County. Wow, there's lights in here? Cool, thank you. Alumni Roofing, Ariel Corporation, Griffin Insurance, LPT Realty Agent Mike Pillow, People's Bank of Gambier, Velvet Ice Cream, Danville Outdoors, Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumber, Mount Knox County Veteran Services, Buckeye Stoves and Buckeye Roofing, Schaefer Industries, K&S Towing and Repair, Knox Community Hospital, and Dean's Jewelry. So appreciate everybody for helping us out and getting these broadcasts up and running. So Proper in the shotgun back in the backfield. Clock is running. Second down and about a yard. Briggs Wallace is running right at us. High snap brought down, and Proper's going to scramble off to the left side, and he is going to be brought down by big number 62.
There's one of those positive plays we're talking about for Utica here, and you can hear the crowd's response. They're all excited. Good play on defense there, something positive to work with. Speaking of positive, my wife is positive that I need to go to Dean's Jewelries at some point in time. one of our sponsors here. She was excited to hear they were one of our sponsors this year, and suggested maybe I go check out some of their inventory.
There you go. Well, they open at 9 tomorrow. Here comes Danville. Now, the continuous clock has stopped because Utica scored. But here we go. First, third down and 8. The snap is back. Roper looking for something. Little dishes it off. That is number 10, Nolan Ridgway. He's got a lot of room to run. A nice block there by number 7. And finally wrestled out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That was just a fantastic bubble screen.
Oh, it was. Check this out. Got the final run, didn't quite get all of it, but man, yeah, that was a great play. The defense went after it, left him wide open.
Those are so hard to defend because the linemen, they want to go in for that sack, and it's a design play. The quarterback just pops it right over their head. There's nobody left there to make the tackle on the receiver.
So the Blue Devils coming up to the line of scrimmage here on a 1st and 10. Roper with the snap. He drops back, looking into the end zone. He's got a guy, and double tip there. Nice tip by Utica, and I tell you what, Briggs Wallace almost brought that down after the tip.
Yeah, good defense there. The pass was just a little underthrown. He had his man wide open, just didn't quite get it there. The Utica defender, if he had just a little bit more vertical, might have been able to pull that one in.
2nd down and 10. I think Danville right now seems to be maybe experimenting with some plays just to see, what's going to work, what's not going to work. You figure we got another game next Friday, so let's work some of the kinks out on some of these plays that we have up our sleeve. I formation in the backfield now, and Proper up under center. Going to take it and roll to the right. Looking to throw. He does. Connects on the sidelines to number 7, Bryson Burke.
Boy, completed that pass, but he paid for that one. As soon as the ball left his hand, he got leveled in the backfield. Got up pretty quickly, though, so I think he's all right. Brings up another 1st and 10 for the Danville Blue Devils. That also brings it inside the red zone for us.
Inside the red zone, brought to you by New Direction Shelter of Knox County. Roper with the snap. He's just going to hand it off. Nolan Ridgway. And Ridgway gets up to about maybe the 10-yard line.
Pickup of about 5 yards there, maybe a little bit less. It's going to bring up 2nd down and manageable. 7:43 left on the clock.
Like they marked that right at the 11-yard line. Up to the line of scrimmage. To the left of Proper is Ridgway. Snap. He's once again looking into the end zone and almost had his man, big number 85, Justin Tharp. Had a chance to get it, but it was kind of batted out of the way.
Yeah, that Utica defender got one hand up right at the last second, knocked that ball just enough to knock his focus off from catching it. Fell to the ground.
3rd down, 6 yards to go here for the Blue Devils. Ridgway standing right behind Proper. Takes a snap, looks to throw. Oh, he had his man, but threw behind him. He was trying to connect with Aiden Mickley, but threw behind him, and incomplete pass, 4th down.
It's going to bring up 4th down, deep in Redskins territory. I imagine Danville is going to go for it here. 4th and 6 with 7:14 left on the game clock. 39 13, Danville up over Utica.
Ridgeway to the left of Proper. Snap. He's looking into the end zone, and wow, he is going to get wrestled and taken down at the 20-yard line.
Number 65 there for the Utica Redskins.
So turnover on downs. It'll be Redskins ball.
Got the sack. Positive play on defense. Good red zone stand there for the Utica Redskins, and now they get the ball back.
So Utica scored last possession. Get another opportunity here with Aaron Hayes. Setting up, shotgun in the back. Takes a snap. He's going to roll to his right. Looking downfield, and he is looking for and wasn't able to connect with Weston Simon, so second down.
He had the right idea there, and like I said, he seems like he's way more comfortable when he's rolling out of that pocket. Had a good, clean look there downfield and just missed his man by a little bit. Good defense on the part of the Blue Devils on that play.
Seven minutes ago here, fourth quarter action. Aaron Hayes, Redskins, is going to try to go deep again. Looking to throw the ball. He does. Connects with Simon. Simon crosses the 25 and gets knocked out of bounds right around the 27-yard line. He might be short of the first down.
Nice little flare pass, though, to the outside. The receiver did a good job of some yards after the catch there. Good stiff arm coming around the corner, but was driven out of bounds just about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards short of that first down marker.
Hayes with that familiar setup. Shotgun, handoff to Wallace. Nope, he keeps it. Comes around the right side. Crosses the 35, 40, 45, and gets up, crosses midfield to the 49-yard line. But a penalty marker on the play. And looks like we're going to have a face mask or hold.
Yeah, face mask against the offense, it looks like. He was doing a good job of following his blockers there. One of them must have got their hands up a little too high.
So they'll march it back, and we'll try it again. Next Friday we'll be in Mount Vernon.
It'll be my first time calling a game from Mount Vernon there, so I'm excited to see the stadium. Nice facilities there in Mount Vernon. Beautiful field house and beautiful field as well.
And if I remember correctly, right under the home stadium, there's a little concession. They have some really delicious brats. So, just saying.
Well, that's going to reset it here again. Third and about 1.5 yards from the 27-yard line.
Hayes sets up, receives the snap, keeps it. Mosier to the right side. Almost the same sort of play, but not nearly as much open space to run. So out of bounds.
Enough for the first down, though. Danville had a blitz on there. They had a couple linebackers coming up, trying to anticipate that snap count. Quarterback kept it and avoided that first hit and was able to gain a couple yards, moving those sticks. All right, plays getting called in again with our wonderful cardboard play calling placard.
6:20 to go here in the ball game. Aaron Hayes, quarterback, snap, low snap, picks it up off the turf, and he's just going to have nowhere to go, really nowhere to throw it to, so he's going to keep it. Gets up to maybe the 30, might have lost 1 yard or two. So third down now at 11.
Injury maybe?
Yep. We do have a Utica Redskin down on the ground there, so we'll take a brief moment. Take a time out as well. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WMVO YouTube, brought to you by Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Everyone deserves to feel safe, respected, and supported. If you or someone you care about is experiencing domestic violence, sexual assault, or human trafficking, New Directions is here. Our free and confidential services include emergency shelter, advocacy, safety planning, and connections to resources, all centered around your needs. Call or text New Directions 24/7 crisis hotline at 740-397-4357. Help is available. New Directions provides resources for safety, healing, and freedom here in Knox County.
Friday Night Lights, packed stands, and our hometown team taking the field. It doesn't get much better than that.
Except maybe a shopping spree at Dean's Jewelry.
Well, okay, you got me there, Mom.
Sorry, Cole. Couldn't resist. Please continue.
At Dean's Jewelry, we're proud to support our local high school athletes. Their hard work, dedication, and commitment to their team. So play hard, play together, and have a great season.
We'll be cheering you on.
Dean's Jewelry, family-owned, community-driven, and proud to support our hometown team.
And unfortunately, it was Aaron Hayes, quarterback for Utica, that was down on the sidelines. He was able to get over to the bench, so he's going to get attended to by the trainer. Going in at quarterback, looks like it's going to be number 5, Gavin Dugan, 6'3", so he can definitely see what he's doing back there, 165 pounds. So Dugan in at quarterback for the Redskins will take the snap. He's going to launch it down to the sideline here, out of bounds. Intercepted out of bounds, though. So that'll bring it back. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Redskins.
Right idea. Just ran out of real estate there, throwing it to the sidelines. Fortunately, both for the Redskins, the sidelines were there because it was picked off out of bounds. Ball is set. 5:28 to go here in the 4th quarter. Redskins coming up to the line. Danville getting set on defense as well.
Not sure if Aaron's going to be able to come back in. Aaron Hayes, the quarterback, getting wrapped on the sidelines. Dugan, though, in the meantime, will be quarterbacking for the Redskins. Snap is back. He's going to hand it off to Wallace, and Wallace is going to fumble the ball, and it's going to be recovered by the Redskins. And that's what happens when you get, fresh off the sidelines there. Hey, you got to be quarterback. And so you just mishandled the ball.
It's one of those timing things. You practice it, you practice it, you practice it. The ones are practicing, the ones are practicing. Now you get your backup quarterback in there, and the rhythm is just off just enough that we see a lot of those fumbles when we get a new quarterback in the game. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 12 from the 29-yard line here for the Utica Redskins. Going to bring in the punt team.
Back to receive that punt, Mickley. Can't quite get the other number over there, but we'll get it. Clock continues to run. 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Snap goes back. Oh, and then it's blocked. Danville's going after it, and they recover the ball at the 5-yard line. So a big play by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that's going to set them up right around, it looks like, maybe the 6-yard line. Again, Danville Blue Devils, excellent field position starting off this drive inside the red zone.
Yeah, they went after that one big time.
For sure. I guess sometimes if you're down quite a bit, it lulls you to sleep a little bit. You don't anticipate the block coming on, and they paid for it on that one.
So Danville comes up to the line of scrimmage with Proper. Looks like Elliot Holt, number 8, to his right side. Takes the snap, hands it off, gets maybe a yard, maybe 2, and he's dropped down, 2nd down.
A little bit of a high snap, but he did a good job wrangling it in, getting it passed off to the running back there. Made a little bit of a positive play. Ends up being about 2nd and 6 now. 2nd and goal from the 6.
Clock is running. Under 4 minutes here in the ball game. Some people are starting to work their way to the parking lot. Proper, Holt to the left. So high snap over the head of Proper, and the ball is down, and it's going to be recovered by Utica.
That's going to give Utica the ball right at about the 25-yard line. Crazy turn of events over the last couple plays. We're able to pick up that wayward snap that shot over the head of the quarterback and pick it up, regain offensive possession, and have 3 minutes and 32 seconds to work with the ball here.
Aaron Hayes is still out of the ball game for the Redskins, their quarterback, and if I would venture to guess, I don't think we'll see him anymore tonight.
He is up and walking around the sideline, so that's good to see.
So Dugan will continue to handle the quarterback chores for the time being for the rest of the ball game. The snap is back. He almost misses the handle there and was able to pick it up. Gets across the 27-yard line, second down, Utica.
A gain of about 3 on that play, so it's going to bring up second and about 7 yards. Again, this is getting him some experience. You never know when you're going to find yourself the next man up in the game. He's got to be ready. It's a long season coming up, and he might end up with some more playing time as the year progresses. This is invaluable experience for a young quarterback coming in to a game. Even when you're down, gives you the opportunity to try and make a difference, try to make an impact.
Second down and 8. Snap is there. Looking downfield, and he's going to connect number 4 with the reception there. It's Connor Weigel. So makes the catch right about the 45-yard line. So it'll be first and 10.
That was a nice play. He looked calm back there in the pocket, found his receiver, made a decent throw, and the receiver went down and picked it up. It was a little bit low, but definitely a catchable ball.
So first and 10. Snap is back. Taylor with the ball. Crosses the 45 to 50. And he's brought down right around the 47, 48-yard line. Almost got to the 50.
I think they gave him the 49 on that one. Good run. That was a good quick handoff. The rhythm's getting there for the new quarterback. He kind of getting the cadence down now. And I think the running back is ready to go. A little cleaner handoff that time.
So under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Utica Redskins with the ball. Dugan is the quarterback as Aaron Hayes taken out of the ball game with an injury late here in the fourth quarter. The snap, and it's going to get pitched up front. Number 12, Jack Fletcher, and he's going to get tripped up and brought down right at the line of scrimmage, or actually back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 10.
About a loss of 3 or 4 on that play. Danville still doing a fantastic job of reading that offense. Their linebackers are disciplined. They know what their gaps are. They know what their assignments are, and they're plugging the holes. They're getting into the backfield just as quick as the quarterback can get rid of the ball.
One minute to go in the ball game. Dugan with the snap. He's going to look long, and the ball was deflected and intercepted. With the interception, that's Mason Savage, defensive back for the Blue Devils. They'll take over possession at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, I do believe his hand was hit on that play as he was releasing the ball. There is a penalty against Utica here as well, but Danville's going to decline that. They're going to take possession. And with under a minute to go here in the game, they'll pick it up here at the 45-yard line. And my guess is probably take a couple knees and call it a night. Boy, the offense for Danville looked good tonight, and it looked good last week.
Yeah, they definitely are firing on all cylinders. Last week's win, and then they come in here to Utica and duplicate basically what they did last week. So they'll be fun to watch throughout the course of the year. and see what happens as they move through weeks of the season.
Yeah, they had kind of a down year in the KMAC last year. I don't think that's going to be the case this year. I think once they hit conference play, they've got a couple games under their belt. They're going to be raring to go. They won a conference championship this year, and they want to go deep into the playoffs again. So I know that's going to be their goal. It's probably what they had on their bulletin board before the season started. And so far, they're off to a fantastic start. These Danville Blue Devils looking really good this year, and looking forward to an exciting season with them. For Utica, it's rebuilding again. Week 1, tough loss to Centerburg. Week 2, tough loss to Danville here, and I believe they have Fredericktown next week, and we'll see how that plays. 3 KMAC teams in a row when you're not in the league. That's a tough matchup.
It is a tough matchup as we wrap it up. Final score, Danville 39, Utica 13. Tonight's game brought to you by our friends at Dean's Jewelry, Knox Community Hospital, KNS Towing and Repair, Buckeye Stoves and Buckeye Roofing, Knox County Veteran Services, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Danville Outdoors, Velvet Ice Cream, People's Bank of Gambier, LPT Realty Agent Mike Pillow, Griffin Insurance, Aerial Corporation, Alumni Roofing, New Direction Shelter of Knox County, and of course, Mount Vernon Nazarene University, and our Friday Night Lights here on WMVO YouTube. And a special thanks to all my YouTube correction, keeping me in line. So definitely appreciate that.
Yep.
For Ross Carter, I'm Ron Strong. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Have a good night, everybody.